So I stand here as a representative of a field called aging science, longevity science. Some people call it anti-aging. We don't use that as scientists. But what has happened in the last 25 years is nothing short of revolutionary. And thank goodness I come from Harvard Medical School, or what I'm going to tell you tonight, you would find extremely difficult to believe is true.
Meet Dr. David Sinclair, a 54-year-old biologist who doesn't merely research aging, but actively confronts it. Dr. Sinclair, who was born in Australia and is now a major figure at Harvard Medical School, has made important contributions to genetics and epigenetics research. His study focuses on understanding and potentially reversing the aging process, and he's made news for his bold assertions and novel tactics. Despite being in his mid-50s, Dr. Sinclair claims to have effectively turned back the biological clock by 10 years through diet, exercise, and lifestyle changes. Unlike many age-defying enthusiasts, he follows a balanced routine that includes only 6 hours of sleep every night and a moderate workout schedule. In this video, we're going to cover everything about slow aging and longevity, starting with the exercise rules for a long life, the eating habits he suggests, food to eat for longevity, what supplements he consumes, and at last we'll cover the foods he avoids to defy age. Coming up is the exercise rule.
Somewhere between running 10 minutes 3 times a week on a treadmill and running 20 miles a week, something like that. And there's a lot of studies, so it's really hard to say which is the optimum. And there are different types of exercise. There's running, there's cycling, etc.
Dr. Sinclair, known for his pioneering study on aging, emphasizes physical activity as an essential component of overall health. He pushes for exercises that make you breathless at least 3 times each week, including running and cycling. Dr. Sinclair admits that maintaining a consistent fitness program is difficult for him, especially since the epidemic disturbed his gym habits. He was dedicated to his training before the pandemic, going to the gym on a regular basis to lift weights and run the treadmill. However, he acknowledges that he's subsequently fallen off the wagon and is no longer exercising every day. Despite this, he continues to include physical activity in his daily routine, trying to lift weights 3 times each week. On days when he doesn't run, he goes for a stroll, emphasizing that his greatest problem is simply remaining active. To overcome the sedentary nature of his job, Dr. Sinclair adopts practical tactics for staying active throughout the day. He utilizes a standing desk at home and at work to reduce the time he spends sitting. He also keeps himself hydrated by drinking water and hot tea all day till supper, which naturally pushes him to stand and walk about more. Despite the ups and downs of his workout routine, Dr. Sinclair's dedication to keeping active demonstrates how important physical fitness is to him as part of his overall health and longevity approach. By incorporating activity into his everyday routine, he demonstrates how tiny, regular efforts can lead to greater well-being. Moving ahead, here come the good food habits that he shares.
But now we understand in this unified theory of aging that by eating these types of foods, you're making the body think that times are tough, turning on the defenses that for the long run will be conducive to longevity and forestall these diseases that will kill us. And in the short run, you'll actually feel better, and in terms of body composition, you'll actually look better too.
Dr. David Sinclair adds intermittent fasting into his daily practice, foregoing breakfast and fasting for 16 to 18 hours between substantial meals. This frequently results in either a very late lunch or a huge dinner. Dr. Sinclair agrees that while this regimen has potential benefits, such as lowering the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and dementia, it should be approached with prudence, especially for younger people, to avoid malnutrition and famine. Intermittent fasting, while common among many high-achieving individuals, is not appropriate for everyone. It can cause health concerns and cause problems in people who have a history of eating disorders. Dr. Sinclair emphasizes the necessity of not being overly rigorous about fasting practices.
Yourself as being obese or your doctor recommends it. I have to maintain my weight, which I do pretty easily. Yeah, so I eat a pretty big dinner, and it's great. Multiple courses. I don't eat dessert, though. I gave up sugar when I was 40.
Really?
And do not regret that at all.
Dr. Sinclair discusses the need for lower sugar consumption and switching to a plant-based diet for improved health and longevity. He's considerably reduced his intake of sugar and meat, favoring meals such as rice, nuts, and couscous. I rarely eat anything other than plant-based and nut-based foods, including milk, Dr. Sinclair told GQ. He's also eliminated dairy and alcohol from his diet, though he does indulge on occasion during festivities. Dr. Sinclair's transition to a plant-based diet has resulted in significant improvements in his health indices and biological age. He noticed that within a few months of adopting these dietary modifications, his blood biomarkers and epigenetic age improved significantly. Dr. Sinclair's nutritional modifications have also affected his cognitive abilities. He noticed a significant increase in his memory, regaining the capacity to recall phone numbers and key codes with ease, a cognitive sharpness he hasn't felt since his 20s. Up next is what Dr. Sinclair eats and suggests others to have.
And focus mostly on plants. That was their lifestyle. And then exercise was walking and some other weightlifting.
Resveratrol, a polyphenol found in berries, peanuts, apples, and plums, is an important part of Dr. Sinclair's diet. He takes this as a supplement with a tiny amount of yogurt every morning, a habit he's followed for almost 15 years. This strategy allows him to consume polyphenols without breaking his fast. Dr. Sinclair drinks matcha green tea in addition to resveratrol, which contains polyphenols such as EGCG catechins, which are known to have cancer-preventative qualities. Dr. Sinclair's plant-based diet has been associated with a variety of health benefits, including a lower risk of diabetes, dementia, obesity, high blood pressure, and heart disease. The lack of extra sugar and highly processed foods significantly reduces the risks associated with these illnesses. In addition to his specific dietary practices, Dr. Sinclair recommends trying out several diets to see what works best for one's body type. He recommends the Mediterranean and low-protein diets as viable options for a healthier lifestyle. Dr. Sinclair's diet and lifestyle choices demonstrate how thoughtful eating habits can promote general health and longevity. His approach emphasizes the role of diet in regulating biological age and achieving peak health. Now comes the supplements he takes.
NAD boosters, I talked about NMN. There are other ones such as NR. There's one that's being studied here in the UAE called NAR. My brother is working on this compound in collaboration with the UAE. I take 1,000 milligrams of NMN every day in the morning. Berberine and metformin are two molecules that either separately or together work to lower blood sugar levels, which, as I mentioned, is very important for longevity. And so I take 1,000 milligrams of metformin most days of the week.
Dr. Sinclair uses many vitamins in his daily routine, which he believes helps with his anti-aging and overall wellness tactics. While he doesn't promote any specific brands, he does emphasize the usefulness of these supplements based on his studies. Vitamin D3. This vitamin is required for a variety of biological processes, including bone health and immunological support. Vitamin D deficiency can cause weariness, hair loss, sleep difficulties, and bone pain. Dr. Sinclair highlights the necessity of preserving complete health. Omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are essential for cardiovascular health and cognitive function. They assist in balancing skin hydration and preventing inflammation, both of which are essential for battling aging indications. Dr. Sinclair recommends a daily intake of no more than 3 grams to avoid potential negative effects, such as low blood pressure and diarrhea. Resveratrol. Resveratrol, a polyphenolic molecule found in red grape skins, peanuts, and certain plants, is known to have anti-aging benefits. Dr. Sinclair takes resveratrol, NMN, and yogurt every morning. It's thought to activate sirtuins, proteins that aid in DNA repair, weight management, and inflammation reduction. Nicotinamide mononucleotide, NMN. NMN is required for NAD+ synthesis, a chemical essential for energy metabolism and cellular health. Dr. Sinclair takes 1,000 milligrams of NMN per day, typically combining it with olive oil or yogurt to increase absorption. Spermidine. Spermidine, found in foods such as cheese, beans, mushrooms, and soy, promotes cellular health by initiating autophagy. It's associated with a lower risk of neurodegeneration, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. Dr. Sinclair's goal in incorporating these vitamins into his daily routine is to improve his health and lifespan. If you guys start consuming these as per his measures, you'll experience a boost in energy and better health. Here, last but not least, are the food items he avoids the most.
Glucose, particularly fructose, is also pernicious. And if you give animals lots of glucose, and especially fructose, they will get fatty liver disease, they'll get diabetes. It's really bad. There are 2 reasons that glucose is bad when it spikes. 3 if you include the brain fog, but let's just talk about physiology here. One is that you're going to have glucose attached to proteins that makes them glom up. Think of it like caramelized body parts. This will ultimately lower your longevity, reduce your longevity, give you type 2 diabetes and probably cardiovascular disease on top of that. So that's one, keep those glucose levels down. But also what glucose is going to be doing to you at high levels is shutting off those protective mechanisms. Remember, particularly AMPK and the sirtuins, they get switched off by sugar. So by having that up for most of the day, if you're eating 3 meals plus snacks, your defenses against disease and aging are going to be working at a minimum. So instead, keep those glucose levels low and consistent. You won't get the brain fog. You'll get fewer proteins modified that'll lead to disease. And thirdly, importantly, you'll actually stimulate your body's natural defenses against disease and aging.
Dr. Sinclair has made considerable dietary changes to improve his health and lifespan, focusing on a plant-based diet and avoiding particular foods and beverages. Sugar. Dr. Sinclair emphasizes the necessity of avoiding sweets to maintain low blood sugar levels, which he feels are a good predictor of lifespan. He explains that elevated blood sugar can cause carbohydrates to adhere to proteins, a process he likens to caramelization, which speeds up aging. Bread. Bread is another thing Dr. Sinclair avoids in order to maintain stable blood sugar levels. By avoiding high-carbohydrate items like bread, he achieves a state of gluconeogenesis, which prevents cognitive fog and energy crashes commonly linked to sugar and carbs. Meat. Dr. Sinclair has eliminated meat from his diet because of its high fat content. Instead, he sources proteins from plants, which he believes triggers genes that promote lifespan, such as sirtuins. Plant proteins are an important part of his diet, which aligns with his focus on foods that promote long-term health. Dairy. Dr. Sinclair's dietary modifications have included avoiding dairy products. He limits his protein consumption by avoiding dairy, which he believes may block the mTOR pathway associated with aging. This route is linked to cellular growth and aging, and blocking it may increase longevity. Alcohol. Finally, Dr. Sinclair avoids alcohol because he believes it's bad for his health. He used to enjoy a glass of alcohol, but now wants to abstain completely. If one must drink alcohol, he recommends polyphenol-rich wines like Pinot Noir, which can stimulate sirtuin genes and promote longevity. By eliminating these foods and focusing on a plant-based diet, Dr. Sinclair hopes to lower blood sugar, improve cognitive function, and slow aging, illustrating how dietary choices may have a significant impact on health and longevity. Well, that's it for today. Let us know if you'd like to discuss more on the topic of the foods he avoided to stay healthy, or anything related to his food habits. Please share your views in the comment section with us. For now, make sure that you like our video, subscribe to the channel to get updated, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next one. Stay healthy.